Hi, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to more choices with me, Dumbass Peckerwood, and your prince, Pete Davidson. If you're new here, my name is Dumbass Peckerwood. I was a waitress from New York, but I have been whisked away into the magical world of Cordonia. It's not actually magical, it's just, it feels that way. And I'm trying to court the prince of that great land, and their prince is Pete Davidson. So far, it's going well. If you'd like to catch up on any of the action, there's a playlist. It's got all of the episodes in it thus far. Not all, because there will be more after this. I think we're over the halfway point, which is kind of crazy to me. It's weird to think that the Choices series is like, we're coming towards the end, because a lot of the time with this game, I don't know if you feel this way, but for me at least, it feels a little bit like we're just going around doing things, and then, oh, I'll spend a little time with Pete Davidson, and oh, I'll spend a little time with Hannah, and oh, I have roommates. And obviously I understand it's episodic. There's a certain other app with a similar concept that's literally called Episode. But I understand it's not like one big arc. Like it's episodic. It's a little more slice of life, except your life is that of a royal who's entirely removed from reality. But I don't know. I hope that today, at least, as we're coming towards the close, that's still got at least, I think, 4 episodes of this left, but like we're coming towards the finish line, so I'm hoping we get some big developments today, because last time kind of felt like a lot of filler, no killer. And I really do hope there's a murderer in the game. I hope that that's what we get to see today. We're doing the fox hunt, which means that I'll have a gun. So I'm gonna guess that someone's gonna make a joke about like, oh, haha, you're the American, you and your Second Amendment rights, ha 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 ha. And so without further ado, Chapter 13, Hunting for Love. Someone knocks on your door. You open it to find Maxwell. Rise and shine. Wake up. No one's getting any younger here. Isn't it a little early for this? Today's event starts early, obviously. Do you think we enjoy standing outside your door in the early hours like some sort of postal delivery service? That's not what they... Never mind. Today's gonna be awesome. Dumbass, you're going to commune with nature along Cordonia's majestic countryside. Maxwell, let's get into it. Sunshine is exactly what I need. Like a plant. Yeah, I am like a plant. I'm sort of an industry plant in this wooing, courting season, I guess is a better term for it than that. Where are we headed? We'll be following one of the historic hunting trails the old nobility would use. It's ancient. Even before there was a Cordonia, nobles would hunt their quarry along these trails. We're not actually hunting anything, right? Hunting is forbidden these days. Besides, the dangerous wildlife has migrated elsewhere in the years since the great royal hunts of centuries past. Instead, you'll be riding on horseback through some of the most gorgeous countryside in Cordonia. Right. We're okay. So no one's gonna make a Second Amendment joke. So my one prediction for this episode already out the window. Come on, let's go. Walking down the hallway, you, Maxwell, and Bertrand spot Hannah. Hey, dumbass. Hey, Hannah. Is that a new outfit? Looks fancy. Oh, this? It's my riding uniform. It's gonna have plenty of scuffs and dirt marks by the end of today. What are you wearing for the ride? I didn't bring a fancy riding uniform with me. Of course, there may be 1 or 2 left at the boutique. We need to get you down there immediately. I'll come too. Thanks, Hannah. Hannah leads you into the boutique. By the mirror, Olivia fastens the final button on her blazer. Voila! Perfection, if I do say so myself. You look lovely, Olivia. Of course I do. Olivia, honestly, not a fan of either of these options. But I want to see what she'll say about let's coordinate. So let's coordinate outfits. We look so cute together. Ooh, like a trio. You two will look nothing like me. Yeah, there we go. This outfit complements my dignity and grace, which neither of you have. So no matter how you wear it, you'll never look as good as me. We'll see about that. You grab the last uniform from the rack and step into the changing room. Only 20 gems? Come on, you already know what this is. We're making money moves. I haven't been as good about watching the ads, so I don't have as many gems saved up, but still got a bunch. You emerge in a new outfit. Oh, spiffy, don't you think? The maroon is a good look. It's like stepping... Wait a second. Do I look the part? It's like you stepped out of a Victorian painting. Hey, thanks, Hannah. Please, Victorians haven't been in style for centuries. They also haven't stepped out of paintings for at least a decade. I don't have the gold at the top, but I can see that this is pretty close. Let's go riding. You've just walked outside with Hannah when Bertrand and Maxwell pull you over to the end of the walkway. Whoa! You found an outfit. Yeah, I know, I did. What do you think? You look great, dumbass. Yes. Now, if your ego is sufficiently tended to, we've got another more pressing matter. Time is of the essence. Isn't it always with you? I noticed Prince Pete Davidson was preparing his ride when I went to inspect the mounts just now. I take it that means you want me to go find him? Exactly. You should have been by his side 10 minutes ago. Maxwell, Take her to the stables. Yes, sir. Maxwell rushes you over to the stables. Peering through the window, he surveys the stalls. Coast is clear. Prince P. Davidson is alone. I'll sell anyone who tries to enter. You get in there and impress our prince. As if I could do anything else. You stride into the stables, startling a few horses in their stalls. More horse dialogue. Wait a second. Brown horse? Is this how I find out I'm colorblind? I don't think so. That's not a brown horse. Nerf. Aw. See, got that one right. Prince P. Davidson calms the black horse by petting her snout. Good girl. Here, have another apple. Preparing for the ride today? Lady Dumbass. You have a habit of finding me when I'm alone. What strange coincidences. Coincidences or plans in disguise? That was what I was implying. Let's not overthink things. I couldn't, even if I wanted to. My mind goes blank every time I say Babe, when I look in your eyes, I just don't even think of anything at all. I get that he's trying to be romantic, but someone looked at me and said, every time I see you, my mind just totally goes blank. I'd be a little offended. I hope I spark some sort of something in your brain. Pete Davidson squeezes you in a tight embrace, just like this freaking sport coat is doing. It's not meant to go over a sweater and a t-shirt. I hope you're looking forward to the royal hunt today. I always look forward to spending time with you. I'll take that as a vote of confidence. But I know some people who don't do well with horses, and I've never seen you ride before. Horses are basically bicycles that can almost bite you, and I can barely ride a bicycle. Is that so? Well, don't worry. Some steeds are better than others. I take it you don't have a horse for the royal hunt yet? Yeah, I didn't bring one on the plane with me. It wouldn't fit in my carry-on. Luckily for you, the crown has a number of fine steeds you can borrow for the day. Over here is Silver Star. Brown horse called Silver Star. And over there is Autumn's Ember. Why is the brown... Okay, this is a very good joke if they are doing this on purpose. But given the track record of choices, I don't think they are. Cool, so these are the loner horses? Actually, there's one horse here for sale by her owner. The Derby champion, Maribel's Dream. Oh yeah, I remember that now. They're neck and neck. God, the only thing more exciting than actually watching a horse race is watching fictional people narrate a horse race in real time. God, I'm at the edge of my seat. And there goes Maribel. Ha, I knew it. Drake cheers as Maribel's Dream crosses the finish line first. The horse is led to the side and wreathed in roses. She's for sale. She's retired now, but still has a lot of life left in her. If you buy Maribel's Dream, you'll be able to give her a new name and keep her for the rest of the story. Well, I don't want to buy her and then be like, oh yeah, by the way, your name is Toot Fucknut. Like, I don't want to do that. Select your steed. I'm gonna go with Silver Star, which is the brown horse. I'll go with this one. She's lackadaisical, but a relaxed horse is a good horse. Just then, there's a small commotion outside. It draws nearer until the king enters the stable. Maxwell trails him, trying to grab his attention. If you'll hear me out, I can explain the finer points of freestyle dancing. Lord Maxwell, if you allow me to inspect my horse, at least let me recommend some videos. Father, Your Majesty, B. Davidson.
Psycho Mantis.
It'd be great if there were celebrity cameos in this. I mean, we already have one, but that's because of the choices that I've made. It'd be great if there was, like, I don't know, somebody who definitely is reliant on Cameo for a lot of their relevance, you know? And Lady Dumbass, who looks absolutely sporting today. Oh, thank you, sir. Ready for the ride today? I am now. I've chosen a steed. We'll see you shortly then. You curtsy. Grabbing the reins, you lead Silver Star out of the stables. Maxwell follows in step behind you. I could only hold off the king for so long. Hey, I get it. You did great. Yay! I helped out after all. Come on, let's meet up with the others. Also, come on, Maxwell, your brother gives you a lot of shit. Like, to a ridiculous degree. You're a very helpful, kind man, and I appreciate that. You and Maxwell arrive outside the manor where the queen, Bertrand, the suitors, and a host of other nobles have gathered. And then he demanded a 1% surcharge on all exports from my county, as if he was negotiating from a position of strength. Merchants can be so fussy sometimes. How are you always the last to arrive, dumbass? Though this time I can understand. You've got that lazy horse with you. Murph. Did you notice Silver Star's reaction to your insult? She's not the least bit phased. Oh my god, you're talking to it like it's your friend. You poor thing. The crowd falls into silence as King Constantine and Prince P. Davidson arrive on horseback. A stream of servants lead out horses for the crowd. One approaches you with a horse in tow. That's quite alright. I already have a ride for today. The servant bows and leads the horse away. Please join me in this special day when we honor the rich history of those who came before us. The nobles and suitors mount their steeds. Let's ride! King Constantine leads the group out onto the trail. Soon after clearing through the forest, you find yourself winding through a mountain trail. Maxwell and Bertrand have fallen behind, looking deep in discussion. At the head of the trail rides Pete Davidson, the king, and the queen. Madeline rides next to them as they laugh at the king's story. And that's how I rescued Pete Davidson from the visiting delegation's border collie. You enjoy that story too much. I wanted to commission a painting of the dog nipping at your heels, but your mother thought it would be too humiliating. It's a sweet story. Tell me more about the prince when he was younger. Olivia rides up alongside you. I can't believe Madeline. She's playing dirty, using her friendship with the queen to spend time with Prince Pete Davidson. I want to wipe that smug look off her face. Olivia, you're two of a kind. How dare you? I am nothing like her. You're both calculating and ambitious, and you're both playing to win using whatever advantage you can. But she, oh, never mind. Olivia huffs and rides up ahead of you. Hannah takes her place, coming up alongside you. Howdy! You look a little lost there, partner. You give a girl a horse and suddenly she thinks she's a cowboy. Well, I know how to ride like one. Oh, of course you do. I also know the English, Mongolian, and Arabian styles of riding. Nothing says aristocrat quite like horse riding skills. My family made me learn them so I'd be able to impress the different courts around the world. Were you one of those horse girls? I looked the part, but I was with the girls who were there because we had to be. Some of the others were very into horses. You'd think they regretted being born human, but I guess you really have to love horses if you want to watch them riding dressage. I don't understand that sentence. Further up the trail, Penelope and Kiara gesture for Hannah to join them. She waves back. This is new. Since the three of us have fallen out of the running, we've become a little friendlier with each other. You're making more friends. My parents would think of them as political alliances, but in either case, I should pay them a visit. Until next time, dumbass. Hannah rides over to Penelope and Kiara. Someone behind you calls your name. Peckerwood. Okay. Drake waves you over. You slow your horse down, letting the others pass before moving back in line next to him. There you are. You look very dignified today. Oh my gosh. Opening with a compliment? Careful, don't want you falling off your horse now. I'm surprised you're out here with all the nobles today. Turns out I had an opening in my schedule. And there's something oddly satisfying about watching nobles fuss over their stuffy blazers. Is this why you're not frowning as much as usual anyway? It has more to do with the company I keep. Oh, a second compliment. Drake smiles and sighs. You know, when we first met, I wanted to dislike you so badly. You wanted to dislike me? No, I could tell. I guess I wasn't subtle about it, was I? Yeah, subtle like a freight train. Well, that was a long time ago. Somewhere along the way, things changed. Hell, Peckerwood, I don't even know why I'm telling you any of this. Drake, you're easy to talk to as well, once you get past all the grumpiness. Most people find me unapproachable. Well, sorry, not me. I guess I haven't been trying hard enough. Drake shakes his head, but he's smiling. This has all been touching, but I need to rescue Pete Davidson from his family for a couple minutes. Drake rides ahead, leaving you to fall to the back of the line with Maxwell and Bertrand. Do I make myself clear? Yeah, Bertrand rides ahead. Okay. Well, what was that about? Oh, you know, estate things. The consequences of failure and eternal ruination and our family name and our fortune. Oh, just the usual, really. You seem chipper, though. I don't think we're going to fail. Even when he's busy talking to his family, he sneaks glances back at you. Maxwell, I'm falling for someone else. No, I'm not. Pete Davidson and I are soulmates. That's the spirit. We're coming up on our stop. Everyone, we've reached our hunting lodges. Our forebears would dine on the day's hunt here, and though we no longer hunt, we still have a great feast. But first, we race to celebrate our ancestors. Pete Davidson leads his mare to the trees across the village. The first to reach Prince Pete Davidson will be served first at the feast. You line up with Hannah and the others. Begin! You squeeze Silver Star, the brown horse. She barely picks up speed as the other horses trot ahead. What are you doing? Go! You watch as Hannah gallops her mare past Pete Davidson. That's superb horsemanship in action. Servants, prepare the first plate for Lady Hannah. Now then, let's all take some time to rest. Dinner will begin shortly. All the riders dismount and let the servants take care of their horses. Through the shuffle, you find yourself next to Tariq, who I still don't remember what his role is. And it's been a while, so maybe it'll be like, Tariq, my good friend who I knew because blah, 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 blah. Ah, Lady Dumbass. Tariq, it's been so long. So long that I don't remember who you are. How was your ride? It was a long journey, but I happen to own a pair of boots as soft as a newborn kitten. They're not actually made out of kittens, right? Hardly. I can only hope your ride was at least half as comfortable. I can't feel my back. I could recommend you a masseuse. I know I'll want a massage by the time we complete the return trip. That sounds nice, actually. Splendid. I'm happy to see that you also appreciate the finer things in life. Prince Pete Davidson taps Tariq on the shoulder. Tariq, may I have a word with Lady Dumbass? Of course, Prince Pete Davidson. Lady Dumbass, I hope our paths cross again. And I hope by the time they cross again, I remember who you are. Finding a moment is harder with all these people around. I'm glad you chose to spend that rare moment with me. Drake, Maxwell, and Hannah join you and Pete Davidson. That was the moment. Hey, the feast is about to be put out. And they've got dishes supposedly blessed by the spirits of the nearby ruins. Oh, I've heard legends about those ruins. They sound magical. People travel from all around just to see them. It's a shame we're not scheduled to see them. We aren't? I was hoping to. Why don't we just go anyway? Sounds like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Are you sure we should? It'd be nice to spend some time together without this crowd around. What do you say, dumbass? This is your chance. We're gonna visit the ruins. Let's have an adventure. All right. I'm excited to visit another piece of Cordonian history. Follow me. I know how to get there. Pete Davidson leads the group to the valley. You walk through a forest until... Sasquatch. Damn it. You break through into a clearing. The old ruined temples rest before you. Here we are. It's so beautiful and serene. Wow. Yep. There's sure a bunch of old things here. It's so much more than that. There's something so calm about this place. Can't you sense it? The only thing I can sense is about 1,000,000 snakes and probably a couple of rock monsters getting ready to attack us. Rock monsters? Do you have rock monsters in Cordonia? It was a joke, just forget it. I want to find some ghosts. Ghosts? Maybe one will tell me my future. Or devour your... You know how ghosts are always trying to tell you the future? They're never there because they have unfinished stuff in the past. I don't know what Maxwell knows about ghosts, but it's clearly not very much. Everyone disperses into the ruins. Who would you like to talk to? Pete Davidson. You walk over to Pete Davidson, who contemplatively gazes up at a temple. These ruins are amazing. They're beautiful, aren't they? To be standing among buildings that contain such history, there's certainly a sense of awe to it. Father likes to remind me of our history. I think as he's gotten older, he's become much more concerned with his place in it. It probably makes you think too. It does. Soon the crown will be placed upon my head, and some historian will be recording that day as the beginning of King Pete Davidson's reign. What kind of legacy will I leave? I don't know. Really, whichever one you choose. Your actions will determine what the people think. For the record, I think you'll do great. Thanks, dumbass. But I can't help but wonder, what moniker would they give me? King Pete Davidson the Bold? King Pete Davidson the Wise? King Pete Davidson the Sultry? King Pete Davidson the Compassionate? You care about your people. They'll remember you for that. Pete Davidson smiles at you. This is what I love about you, dumbass. One minute I can feel the weight of all of Cordonia on my shoulders, and then with you by my side, I don't feel the weight. I feel the possibility. I feel capable of anything. I should have known that you're the only person who can turn all this around. Now, here's the question. Do I go, we can do anything together, but without me you're nothing? Be a little manipulative. Yeah, we are an unstoppable team. That we are. Pete Davidson cups your face tenderly. I could stay here all night. Me too. But we don't want to be missed. We should gather the others soon. I wonder where they've wandered off to. Oh, and now I get to talk to everybody. Hannah... What's up, girl? You find Hannah examining a worn and faded mosaic in one of the temples. Dumbass, look at this. It's managed to survive after all these years. Well, survive as much as one can. Isn't that all any of us can strive for? Yeah. Think of how beautiful it must have been in its time. Still looks beautiful to me. You're right. Some things only grow better with age. Hell yeah. Shout out to Lisa Ann Walters one time. I visited ruins around where I'm from, and they're just as beautiful as these. It's amazing the feats we can accomplish when we work together. Are you proposing we build our own temple? Maybe if there were more of us. Hannah runs her fingers along the mosaic's stone border. I wonder if anything I do will last this long. Would I be like this artist? Or maybe I'd have a poem written about me. Though it's a little foolish to be concerned what others will think about you when you're dead. You have no control over what survives. Some great archaeological find could be the work of a potter who was just trying to get by. It's not entirely silly. We want to feel like we did something lasting with our time. This is getting far too existential. For choices? The video game choices. We're talking about what happens when we die and our legacy. What is this, Hamilton? I could be reading into this too much. Maybe the person who made this was just bored. Who knows? The artist could have been a total jerk. They probably didn't care what we would think anyway. Hannah laughs. A cold breeze descends from the mountain. She shivers. I should tease her. Somebody's got the chills. It's a ghost! It's a ghost! This place could use more insulation. Take it up with the builders. You're right. Now, where did I leave my Ouija board? Yes! What? I talk a big game. I go, oh, I want to find ghosts. And then as soon as someone says, let's pull out the Ouija board, I go, oh no. There'll be no Ouija boards used in the old ruins. I've seen this movie before. Alright, I'll just stand by this mosaic and not open a portal to the 9 hells. Where's everyone else? I gotta talk to everybody. Alright, you walk over to Drake, who slumps over. Hey, Peckerwood. Hey, Drake. Have you ever loved someone before, Maxwell? Oh, you don't play around with these questions, do you? No, I do not. Well, Bertrand's the more eligible between the two of us. He's the Duke of Ramsford after. That's not the question I asked. I've always kind of thought I'd figure things out once he was married, but I don't think Bertrand's gotten any closer to getting married. But there's no need to dwell on it too much. I've got one other question for you. Tell me, why did you decide to sponsor me? Well, the way Pete Davidson looked at you, I've never seen him look at anyone that way. And he's a really good guy. Maybe the best person I know. I think he deserves a shot at being really happy, even if he is the prince. Anyway, we should probably get him back. Where's everyone else? Okay. Jesus Christ. You walk back to the center of the ruins. Maxwell, Drake, Pete Davidson, and Hannah join you. That was lovely. There weren't any ghosts. Why are you sad about that? I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see what a ghost would have had to say. It would have made a good story. You can always lie. I'll back you up. There's an idea. Maxwell, you'd lie? Entertaining people is more important than telling the truth. Isn't all fiction just a form of lying? In a way. But at least then you'll know it isn't real. True. Alright, everyone. It's time to head out. These ruins were bigger than I thought. This was a waste of gems. Nothing even happened. I just said, I guess, you know. Is it wasted time if it's time I enjoy wasting? The group walks back towards the smell of the food. You watch nobles shuffle along the large medieval buffet table. Wow, that's a lot of meat. Not exactly a feast without it. A little more fruit couldn't hurt. I wouldn't mind putting a bunch of fruit on a steak and waving it around like a sword. All right. Let's grab our food before Maxwell gets any other crazy ideas. And then I could wear a watermelon as a helmet. I'd be unstoppable. You grab your food and sit down. Maxwell stands up with his glass in hand. A toast to all of us and to our friendship. To friendship. Ugh. To friendship. To friendship. To friendship. Everyone digs into the feast. After a long journey along the trail, you spot the manor's welcoming window light through the darkness. That was a long ride. For once, I agree with you. Getting dark too. Good thing the last part of the trail had lights. But now I can soak in the tub for the rest of my life. Or until the country jamboree starts tomorrow. Hope you're ready for another party. This is how I die. What will go down at the country jamboree? What will go down at the country soiree? Find out in the next chapter. I will find out in the next chapter. And I'm assuming that I will have changed. Gonna take this off. Chapter 14. Fair game. So there might be an issue. There was, in fact, an issue. My phone just told me I had low storage, and that last video didn't save exactly how I thought it would. And when I say it didn't save how I thought it would, it didn't end up saving at all. So yeah. There probably is going to be an issue. Again, I know I can do it. I can just go replay the chapter. See, that's a funny sentence because I said the words I know, and what I should have said was I think, because in reality, I can't. In this episodic game, you can only restart a chapter you are currently in the middle of, or replay the whole story from the beginning. So by continuing to the end of the chapter, I sealed my fate and had to replay the entire series up to the point I was at. Luckily, I have a record of every choice I've made, so I was able to keep everything the same. But you'd think in a game with chapters like this, you'd be able to replay a chapter if you liked it or just wanted to go a different route, but I guess not. Pixelberry Studios, fix your game. It's the day after you return from the royal hunt, and the country jamboree is already underway. Bertrand and Maxwell lead you down the manor's grand staircase. Nobles walk the halls, socializing, eating appetizers, and admiring the paintings. As you can see, this painting is reminiscent of Rembrandt's style during the Dutch Golden Age. The still life declares that the mundane and the everyday are worthy of the status of high art. I wish these had more poodles. To artistic enrichment! The three of them clink their glasses together. Oh. Looks like they broke out the drinks early for this event. Focus, Maxwell, we don't have time for party antics, but I have so many new tricks. What's the point of a party unless you celebrate like there's no tomorrow? Exactly. For House Beaumont, there very well may be no tomorrow. So it's the perfect time to party! Hardly. First order of business, make Dumbass presentable for the country jamboree. I happen to think I'm naturally presentable. Bertrand simply raises his eyebrow. But that doesn't mean I'm above a fine dress every now and then. Today's events are charmingly rustic. Games on the lawn and dinner in the gardens. Find something suitable yet elegant. Off we go to spend more gems. Maxwell leads you into the boutique. I'm sure we can find something appropriately rustic in here. Maxwell pulls a dress off the rack. That's perfect. Even Bertrand would approve. Well, try it on. You take the dress and walk into the changing room. Oh, is that the only option? Yeah, I'm not going with that one. You walk out of the changing room. I wasn't feeling it. Country style is a pretty broad term. I think you look great. Let's rock this place. Party time. You and Maxwell walk through the manor's halls. You see Hannah absorbed in a phone conversation by the window. Yes, I know. No, you've made yourself perfectly clear. I tried that. My etiquette has been fine. There's still time. If I'm being honest, no, the prince isn't likely to choose me. Maxwell, I'll catch you outside. No worries, I'll see you down there. Maxwell continues down the hallway, leaving you with Hannah. You walk up and tap her on the shoulder. Oh, hello, dumbass. I'm just on the phone with my mother. No, Mom, I'm not ignoring you. Dumbass just walked over to me. Yes, the one from New York. Your mom knows about me? My parents follow the Cordonian news. Yes, Mom, I've tried gaining the court's favor. I've become friends with Pete Davidson. Right, I'm not here to befriend him. Hannah, you've been amazing. Nobody here has half the talent you do. Hannah covered the phone. That doesn't mean anything to my parents unless I'm producing results. Hannah brings the phone back to her ear. Yes, Mom, I know you love me and only want what's best for me. Then tell them what's best for you. No more of this bossing you around. You are more amazing than most people I know, and if anyone can handle themselves, it's you. Hannah contemplatively looks at her phone. I don't think she's gonna do it. Mother, there's more to life than fulfilling your wishes. I've done everything you've ever told me to do, and it's made me miserable. If you want me to be happy, then you have to let me figure out what that means for me. Hannah hangs up. Character growth. Hannah, you stood up to them. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of me too. That felt amazing. I can't believe I stood up to them. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I said those things to my mother. She's gonna be furious. You know what? She'll come around, all right? Just give her some time. You're not being unreasonable. Maybe you're right. I just need to stay strong even when she pushes back. It's my life. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of nice. Thanks for helping me do that. You had the courage to follow through. There's strength in numbers. Though I think I've delayed both of us long enough. The party will survive without us, but not for long. Then let's get down there. Outside, Maxwell finds you. Dumbass, Hannah, there you are. Shall we make our grand entrance? The Through you walk over to the grounds where nobles are mingling on the lawn. The lawn is lively and festive, with a variety of games and activities set up. You see croquet, badminton, and archery. Not bad. Could use more music, but that archery looks pretty sweet. Not to mention dangerous. Prince P. Davidson finds your group among the crowd and joins you. Good to see you all. Looks like Maxwell set his sights on archery, huh? Heck, I bet I could do it blindfolded. I saw it in a video once. Maxwell runs off towards the archery range. Maxwell! I'm sure he'll be fine. Hannah looks between you and Pete Davidson. I'll keep it from hurting anyone. You two enjoy yourselves. Hannah follows Maxwell, who's already asking an archer for her bow. Yeah, that's right, her bow. Get over it. Are you any good at playing ring toss? Ring toss? I can beat you with my eyes closed. Let's see if you can deliver on that promise. You and Prince Pete Davidson walk over to the ring toss station, grab some rings, and line up at the tossing line. About 20 feet ahead stands a center peg surrounded by 4 smaller pegs. The center peg is worth 2. Peripheral pegs are worth 1 point. We each get 3 tosses. So who should go first? Prince is first. I want to know what I gotta beat. Then I shall set the standard. Exactly. Don't joke. Pete Davidson tosses his ring, landing on the outside peg. Alright, he's got 1. I'm a bit rusty, but points are points. Your turn. I should hit the center peg. Duh. You toss the peg into the center ring. Right down the middle. You are good at this. Yeah. I'm pretty good at reading and then clicking. Pete Davidson tosses the ring onto the center peg. Alright. 3-2. Oh no. That's more like it. You think you can match that? I should. Let me hit the outer peg. Be a little interesting. You toss the ring onto the outer peg. Staying with it. It's all tied up. It's 3-3. Not quite matching, but respectable. Yeah, I know. It's 3-3, Pete. Pete Davidson steps up to the line and tosses the ring. It sails wide of the pegs. No, it was so close. Not close enough. All right, so I just got to get it onto 1. Got 1 toss left. I should hit the center peg. Bullseye. Or peg's eye. Or I just pegged you, Pete. Whatever it's called. Excellent aim. You and the prince survey the pegs, counting up the points. I know when to concede to my betters. Well played, dumbass. What have I won? Unfortunately, I don't have a prize for you. Then I suppose you'll have to do. I've always wanted my very own prince. I'm all yours. Whatever will I do with this prince I've been awarded? This is the most robotic flirting I've heard in my life. Kind things, I hope. You know, this has been fun, but I was hoping for some time alone with you. We barely had a chance to talk during the royal hunt. I'm always hoping for time alone with you, Lady Dumbass, and there is a hedge maze behind the banner. Secluded, quiet, away from prying eyes. Another maze? Do all of your homes have one? What can I say? My family enjoys them. Besides, we had fun there last time, didn't we? I can't argue with that. Pete Davidson glances at the setting sun. I don't know. If I look at the sky behind him, the setting sun, I guess at like 2 p.m., the sun is setting. It is in the process of going down. I just don't really think of it as a setting sun. Of course, we might not be able to go there. The country games are coming to an end, and I'm giving the opening remarks at the dinner that's to follow. What do? We're gonna take a detour, alright? Who's to say the hedge maze isn't on the way to dinner? You're bad. I prefer efficient. Come along then. Pete Davidson leads you through a maze of flower-covered arches. A soft breeze rustles above the hedges, picking up the sweet scent of roses. That's better. Somehow, when I'm alone with you, I feel so much more like myself. The prince picks you up and swings you in a circle. My best self, perhaps. You're happy today. I'm always happy when I'm with you, Lady Dumbass. And what about yourself? Do you find yourself enjoying the time we spend together? I enjoy it very much. I enjoy it more if you kiss me. You're always full of brilliant ideas. Pete Davidson leans down and sweetly kisses you. His lips linger on yours before he finally pulls away. So did you have a master plan to woo me here? I thought we'd take a stroll, get lost in the maze, and never find our way out. Ah, so this was all a plan to spend eternity with me. Precisely. Eternity with you. Does it have to be in a hedge maze? It was the best available option at the moment. I suppose eternity with you anywhere isn't so bad. I've been thinking about the future. After the coronation, I've been trying to imagine what sort of queen you might be if we were to be wed. Usually you don't talk so freely about the future. Maybe today I want to. I asked you before what you thought my moniker would be as king. What do you think yours might be as queen? Queen Dumbass the Fierce? Queen Dumbass the Whimsical? Queen Dumbass the Wise? People would look back at all the causes I championed and be like, that queen knew exactly what she was doing. Pete Davidson laughs. Alright, so what cause are we talking about? What would Queen Dumbass the Wise champion in Cordonia? I would champion... nothing too political in these causes, huh? I'll do affordable education for all. A lofty goal. It would take some time to implement, but I'd want to live in your Cordonia. Oh, that's great, because that's a response you could say to any of those 3 things. Thank you. For a moment, you smile together, looking into the maze. Hey, Pete Davidson. Hey, dumbass. Will you push me on the swing? My pleasure. You sit in the swing, and Pete Davidson gently swings you. This hedge maze is similar to the one at the palace, but it's always felt so different to me here. How so? The country manor has a special place in my heart. My brother and I used to come here often as children. The rules were a bit more relaxed here. So you mean you only had formal dinners every other night? Pretty much. My brother and I were allowed to wear plain clothes and run rampant in the hillside. When we were here, we didn't have to worry about photographers or curious Cordonians trying to get a glimpse of us. For a short time at least, we were allowed to just be children. Sounds wonderful. We looked forward to our summers here every year. My brother and I never wanted to leave. Once when I was very young, I hid in the basement when it was time to go. My brother and parents had to search the entire grounds to find me. I would have been in a great deal of trouble, except my brother took all of the blame. He told my parents we'd been playing hide and seek and he simply couldn't find me. So they scolded him for starting a game too close to the time we were meant to leave, but they couldn't do much else. Someday, I hope you get to meet my brother. I'd like that. What were you like as a child? I was nothing but trouble. You certainly haven't developed any new appreciation for rules now. Pete Davidson slows the swing to a stop. Leaning over, he wraps his arms around your waist. It's what I like best about you. I should lean back into him. You lean back into Pete Davidson, resting your head on his shoulder. Is that all you like about me? There's plenty more to you. Pete Davidson tightens his embrace, pulling you against his chest. I should kiss him, because we always be kissing him. Looking up, you cup his cheek and pull him over, pressing your lips against his. As he pulls away, he laughs. What are you laughing about? I'm just so happy. You do seem different today. Lighter, more carefree, and you usually don't talk about spending eternity with me, or even what will happen after the social season. You know, just in case the person you choose won't be me. I know, it's just that I've been thinking a lot about that decision, and I shouldn't say anything official yet. I thought this was gonna be it, guys. Not until I have the approval of my parents and the court, which won't be for a few days. But I want you to know that I can't wait for the coronation. I can't wait either. From outside the hedges, you can hear the echoing chimes of bells, and that'd be the official signal to end the games and assemble for dinner. Will you think of me? Of course, you're never far out of my mind. Except for when you see me, in which case, there's nothing on your mind. Pete Davidson helps you up out of the swing. Allow me to be your escort. More like my guide. I don't know the way out of here. I'll lead us out slowly. There's nothing wrong with being fashionably late. The sun sets, and you and Pete Davidson rejoin the party to mingle among the gathered nobles. Servants bustle about, keeping the tables freshly stocked with food and drinks. We should blend back into our roles for now. Until next time, Lady Dumbass. I mean, he's got like the ultimate excuse to be non-committal. Of like, we can't act too close because like the future of an entire nation is at stake. Pete Davidson disappears into the throng of people, giving the occasional handshake and bow to those who engage him. Over by the tables, a couple of suitors talk in hushed voices. The king and queen seemed quite taken with you today, Lady Madeline. They respect my opinions, and I believe we have a lot in common. I hope I'll have the support of all the ladies at court if I'm chosen. To tell you the truth, I think Lady Dumbass may be the one to be chosen, and I think she'd be quite wonderful as a queen. Thank you, Penelope. Well, I suppose you're entitled to your opinion. What do you think, Lady Kiara? It's all up to the prince, isn't it? I believe he favors Lady Dumbass. That's disappointing to hear, but not entirely surprising. Oh, what I can do is I can just go and replay the chapter and redo all of those same choices to get the video footage. Got it. I'm a genius. That's disappointing to hear, but not entirely surprising. We'll see how things turn out. You turn away from them and nearly run into Tariq. Oh, Tariq, I apologize. It's nothing. Really, Lady Dumbass. It's always a pleasure to see you. Tariq, how have you been? As splendid as you look, my dear. Slow down there. Isn't it improper to compliment a suitor of Prince Pete Davidson like that? I would hardly consider it improper to recognize beauty in any form. Okay. Thanks. It fills me with such joy to hear you say that. You know, I have to tell you, after speaking with the other ladies here, I find myself having such an appreciation for you. Really? Yes, you're a breath of fresh New York air. Ah, yes. I don't think anyone says that. The other suitors are absolutely boring. One only talks about her dogs, another merely sulks, and don't get me started on Olivia. The other suitors each have their charms, alright? If they do, I've yet to find them. The other suitors have good breeding, wealth, and manners. Gross. But they're absolutely dull. How disappointing. Whereas with you, Lady Dumbass, you grow more interesting every time we speak. Thanks. I must, however, take my leave. May you have a fantastic evening. As Tariq leaves, Maxwell walks up. There's our little social star. Is that Tariq you were talking to? Yeah, I guess we're friends now? Cool. Well, Bertrand and I just got a table. This way. Just as you sit down at your table, you hear glasses clinking. Everyone turns to where Prince Pete Davidson is standing next to the king and queen. If I may have everyone's attention, please. I'd like to say a few words before we close this evening. First, I'd like to thank you all for joining us out here at the country estate. I've had the honor and privilege to have you in my court, and I couldn't have asked for better company. As I step into my father's place in a few days, I can only hope that I'm half the man he's been for Cordonia. Long live Prince Pete Davidson! Cheers and claps rumble through the crowd. Thank you all. When next we meet like this, it'll be the last event of the social season. As per tradition, this event will be hosted at the illustrious Beaumont House. Oh, yo! Maxwell, we're going to see your house? The one and only. I can't wait for you to see it. Aren't we a little strapped for funds? Can we afford to host a party right now? I'm not sure we have a choice. Like Pete Davidson said, it's tradition. We can't back out. Yes, if we back out, we might as well announce in the daily paper that we're officially ruined. As the applause dies down, the prince continues. The Beaumonts will surely give us another legendary night to remember. Until then, I thank you again, and wish you all a good night. Pete Davidson raises his glass, many in the crowd do the same. Cheers! That night, you're back in your room after the evening's events, just changing out of your outfit when you hear someone enter your room. Eek! Tariq! Good lord, dumbass, disrobing in my room. What a forward gesture. Your room? But please don't misunderstand. I'm not upset. I'm just surprised. I suspected, but I never thought that would happen so soon. Tariq, wait. No. Tariq takes your hand and places it on his heart. Okay, but I must say this. Your feelings are most ardently returned. Most ardently. Okay. You've thoroughly enchanted me, just as you enchant everyone you come across. And now I know you feel the same way about me. Tariq. Before you can say anything, Tariq leans in to kiss you. No. Just then the door is thrown open and you see Drake. Get away from her. Drake grabs Tariq by the shoulder and pulls him away from you. Unhand me. How dare you enter my room without permission. Tariq hits Drake squarely in the face. Yo! Drake reels back for a split second, then tackles him to the floor. They grapple intensely for a moment before they roll apart. Who the hell do you think you are bursting into my room? This is dumbass's room. And I heard a scream. I think she wanted interrupting. I mean, like, for real? Tariq deserves to have his ass kicked. So this isn't to be the bold romantic beginning to our love story? No! The audacity! Oh my god. But you'd heard what? You heard wrong. And for the record, before you try to kiss someone, ask first. Let me deeply apologize here. I'm so sorry for this transgression. I was incredibly wrong. Now, before I can humiliate myself any further, let me take my leave. As Tariq leaves, Drake slams the door shut after him. Drake? Thank you. Oh, shucks, Peckerwood. Okay, that's a little bit wrong tonally. Don't go getting soft on me now. I mean it. You were there when I needed you. I'll always be here for you. I mean, for Pete Davidson's sake, of course. You can be there for me. We can be there for each other as friends. That's the thing that friends are allowed to do all the time, regardless of their gender. Pete Davidson would never forgive me if something bad happened to you. I don't think that Pete Davidson would blame you if something bad happened to me, unless you did it, in which case I hope he would. And you know what? I never forgive myself either. Drake pauses for a second and you realize his eyes are lingering on you. Peckerwood? What? Looking down, you realize you're still in your underwear. Oh, got it. You quickly throw on the clothes you were wearing. Anyway, you can see why it looked back. I heard a scream and saw you half naked with Tariq all over you. Yeah, no, I get it. Are you okay? I'll be fine. Well, I should get out of here before we really cause a scandal. As Drake heads to the door, you see him wince. You're hurt. Nothing a few shots of whiskey won't fix. Let me take a look. It's the least I can do. You're trying to get me to take my shirt off, Peckerwood? Just wanted help. Also, you got hit in the face. I'm fine. Save your fussing for someone else. All right, I'll save my fussing for someone else, Drake. If you insist. I do. Hey, Drake? Thank you. I wasn't expecting a rescue, especially from you. Hey, Peckerwood? I know I don't act very grateful for anything most of the time, but I do care about you. Most of the time you act like you hate me. It's not personal, it's just easier that way. You're here for Prince Pete Davidson. All the suitors are, and well, so is the entire court. Everything and everyone in this place exists to orbit around Pete Davidson. You could almost hate him for it if you weren't so damn likable. But it's dangerous if I ever forget that. What are you getting at, Drake? Hell, Peckerwood, don't make me say it. I'm gonna make you say it. Ah, yeah. No, I know. That would be kind of crazy if I just... Drake... You know I'm here for Pete Davidson. I know. I'm sorry. It's okay. You're okay. I need to go. Good night, Peckerwood. Good night, Drake. And for all our sakes, lock your door this time. Huh. What is it? Drake pauses and examines your door with curiosity and confusion. Peckerwood, there's no lock on your door handle. I thought they were all like that? No, all the other rooms on this floor lock. It's probably nothing. Probably. Just be careful, okay? With one last look at you, Drake leaves. The next morning, Maxwell and Bertrand find you in your room. I hope you're already packed. We're running late as it is. Late for what? I thought we were just traveling today. We need to make it home to begin preparations. Preparations for what? For the party of the year! Oh, yeah. Nothing you've seen so far will even come close. I hope you're ready to handle a boom-on bash. And even more importantly, this time, you'll have all the advantages of hosting the royal court. You'll be able to set the seating arrangements, have first claim on the prince, and dictate the rules of the evening. Hell yes! Now I really can't wait. What does the legendary Boom on Bash hold in store for you? Find out in the next chapter. Damn. Looks like I've been there. I've been on both sides of that. I've been on the side of telling somebody you have a crush on them and them saying they do. And I've been on the side of them saying you don't. And I've been on, it's been on the side of having to tell somebody, hey, that's just not how I feel. Yeah, I feel bad. What a dramatic finish. Also, I didn't expect choices to depict an assault. They did to increase the dramatic tension. So that's a choice that they made. This is definitely the most that's ever happened in a Choices episode. By a long shot. I also can feel we're coming up towards the ending. Now I'm really just wondering what would happen if I would have dressed Drake's wounds. Because I mean, it's not like... I could feel that was where the conversation was going, right? But we got to that conclusion by me not taking his shirt off and putting ointment on his chest or whatever I was going to do. So I wonder what would be different about that. I haven't looked anything up. I don't think I'm going to until after I finished it. But like, that's absolutely something where I want to know what the fuck happens if you do say, no, Drake, stay. Let me help clean you up. It can't be that different, right? Like, it's got to be the same thing of like, Drake goes like, hey, I have feelings for you, and you get to choose right then and there how you feel about him. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you wouldn't mind leaving a like or subscribing, I'd really appreciate that too. I got goosebumps a little bit. It's a crazy episode. What a crazy ending. See, and now I'm doing the thing of like, obviously, I know, as Harry Miller, I know, there's nothing that I could have done differently to avoid reaching that point of Drake being like, hey, I feel this way about you. But like, part of me wants to, like, was there something that I said? Was there something that, like, obviously it's written into the story where you can fall in love with any of these people. So I wonder what that says about me, that like, even intellectualizing it to that level, I still feel bad. Drake, you're not the one. And that's okay. I'm in this for Prince Pete Davidson. So what's going to happen next episode? Are Hannah and Maxwell and Olivia all going to throw themselves at me too and be like, hey, dumbass? I'm going to have to turn everyone down. That's going to make me so sad. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.